Hello, everybody, and welcome back once more to Anime Yay or Nay. I am TheOutbackAl.
I'm Yin&Jung.
I'm Chibi Noob.
I'm Envy Jitters.
I'm feeling bitter.
And I'm Kozi.
And we're back with the last week of love that we got in the romance month thing that we've been doing. Save it. Save it. This week, our last week, because we wanted to end on a high note, we watched God damn it.
Hayori
Nyaruko, Crawling with Love. It's a harem anime about HP Lovecraft monsters that are cute girls, and this was my recommendation. So, just out the gate, do you want to lay into me now, or are we going to pepper it throughout?
We could pepper it in throughout.
Drag it out.
Okay, that's fine. We can work with that. So, yeah, this was my recommendation. It came out in around 2012, which was about when I last saw this. And
So you have watched it before.
You just had to preface.
I had watched, I think, the entire show before. And, yeah, clearly did not remember it very well.
No, obviously.
2012 makes more sense as to why you might have liked it.
Yeah, I was definitely still a teenager at this point. That probably would have tickled my funny bone.
Also, another thing with that is, like, this definitely feels a lot more like something that would have been made back in, like, 2012.
It has a particular
sure.
audience.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
If I could throw out there why I wanted to bring this one up, because I thought the premise was weird enough. I wanted to do some weird ones. We had the one that was the premise of, like, the God damn, I'm forgetting everything. Sadako, and that, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of like a creepy, fun idea. You know what else is a creepy, fun idea? Lovecraft monster girls. But then I clearly did not remember the show very well.
No, there was not much monster, just girl.
Yeah,
just girl and a lot of fan service.
Yeah, most of the monsters are relegated to the background. Kind of a shame, because there was a few that I was actually like, that's kind of an interesting character design.
Yeah,
But
they could have expanded on some of the Lovecraft.
Yeah.
Well, like, the only things that I was sort of appreciative about were the name drops and the references to some of his work.
Yeah.
And that was about it, because the rest of it I'm just like,
Should we just go over plot real quick? I can keep it short.
Sure.
Yeah, so there's a white bread, boring-ass protagonist who gets saved from a demon by some girl who's a fucking nut, and an annoying one at that, and she says that she's Nyarlathotep from Cthulhu mythos, who are all aliens, and all aliens are weebs, which, you know, that, I'll save my opinions for that a little bit. But, like, yeah, so apparently every Cthulhu monster is a real thing. They're all alien species from across the galaxy, and they're all super into fucking anime and shit. And that's why they like Earth and want to come there. And this guy's important for reasons, and she's there to protect him, but she's also in love with him because this is also a harem show, and it's very pervy. And then we're going to meet more people that are name drops, but also absolutely nothing. How did you describe this? It's kind of like Fate's Day Night, but with Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Yeah. That,
like, hey,
that sounds about right.
Is that a historical figure that has a very bloody history? Let's make them a cute anime girl.
Yeah, exactly. But I like Fate.
No, Fate is much better
Fate's
than this.
really good.
As far as any of the HP Lovecraft related content that we have on this channel, Sucker for Love, leagues above this.
If they ever make an adaptation
and I
of
will
that.
say, between Nyarlathotep and Nyaruko from the game, I will take Egyptian Cat Mama any day over her.
Me too.
Oh my god.
You gonna take Auntie Nyan Yang?
Yes.
Okay. I'm still more of an Esther guy
myself. You don't want
myself.
to deal with Haster, who's a trap?
Yeah, we didn't get to them yet.
Nope.
Yeah, they don't show up.
Well, there's a lot of, like, fetish shit in here.
Yeah.
Up to and including Cthulhu's in love with Nyarlathotep, so lesbians, and Trap, who was originally...
Sorry, I thought you said Cthulhu. That's a different character. This is Cthulhu. Some of the naming conventions get very difficult with the Lovecraft.
Is Cthulhu the little blue-haired one? I was too afraid to look
No.
up what that one was.
Cthulhu actually isn't a character in this. It's Cthulhu Corp. So yes, the big monster is of course a giant corporation. I think there's some thematics there, but we'll get to that later. There is someone who represents Cthulhu later. If you're talking about the redhead girl, that's
I hate her.
Cthulhu.
I hate her.
It's like one letter off, so it's different, I guess. But they're like a living flame.
I hate that character.
Here's the thing.
Episode 2 with the intro for this character is incredibly uncomfy.
Yeah,
It's
I'm gonna throw it out there.
fetishy, that's it.
We're just
But
gonna
she still wants to fuck him.
wait. What?
Wait, who are you
That
talking
makes it
about?
even more gay.
The Cthulhu girl. Like, she starts out hating him because she's in love with
Oh, yeah.
Nyarlathotep.
But eventually she
But
falls
she
for the
ends up
dude,
wanting
right?
to fuck him by the end of it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Blech.
What?
Sure she does.
I actually don't think that's true.
No, I think it is. I looked up spoilers.
Wait,
and
did
it's
you look it
true.
up and it's true?
I
Damn, I really don't remember this show.
She's part of the
cannot
harem.
stomach this. I looked up because me and Cece quit after episode 1 ended with them naked together.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, that's it. Nope.
Episode 2, that whole essay scene, I was so uncomfy. I'm just like, nope.
What
I'm
I
gonna
am very concerned about is I very specifically saw that there's a little blue-haired girl, and I'm very concerned it went lolly as well.
I don't even remember
I
this.
wouldn't be surprised.
God, now I have to look it
Yeah.
up. You're making me look this up now. God damn it.
I feel like every harem has like a trope. I wouldn't be surprised if Lolly was in there.
Every harem has a bunch of specific kinds of tropes.
Right. So it's like
Because
it's
they're
probably in
trying
there.
to hit all of the waifus
Exactly.
that they
It's all
can.
very fetishy,
Good
which is
Yeah.
why
oh,
I
God, she
don't-
looks very young.
She's definitely a
Yeah.
Lolly.
I mean, to an extent, they all sort of are.
I could hold out hope that, like, maybe she sees him as an older brother, even though that's, like,
Probably
weird,
not.
kind of crossing the line into romance in
I
a
mean,
lot of anime anyways.
That's like a common thing for harem animes, is to have like them have like a sibling-ish relationship, sort of, but then it also have it be romantic. So I would not be surprised if that is a route that this took, to be honest.
I'm guessing
I
it
don't-
hit every fetishy thing. Let's be real. That's probably where it goes.
Yeah.
I will say this, he doesn't have any actual siblings, I don't think.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know.
Oh, but they're all pretending to be his relatives.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Oh, yeah, I
Because
guess
she's
that is
pretending
kinda,
to be
yeah.
his cousin.
Man,
Right.
I hear about you guys saying like, yeah, I've repressed this memory, I've repressed that memory. I really didn't think that I did that before.
Well, it seems that you have.
Damn. I am genuinely like surprised at myself being able to get through this all when I did it.
But it sounds like you enjoyed something about it before, right?
We can get to that because I do think at its core, there are some elements here that would be good in a good show.
I think some of the
but-
ideas are good, but it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like
We
brought
can-
down by a lot of the like just fan servicey stuff. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
like,
I
don't-
definitely
I don't know
like
where
if
you...
this were more like Sucker for Love,
Yeah, that's an
that
option.
would have been more of a fine show, I would say, at that point. But
I feel like...
this had a target audience
Yeah.
that it knew what to do, and I think for that target audience it served its purpose,
Right.
unfortunately.
I do actually have a question, Al.
Yep.
Do you know if this was censored? Because there were a lot of shots that looked like they were supposed to be panty shots, but they had blacked out, like, under the skirt. Was it created like that?
Here's the thing.
Please tell me yes.
I'm gonna say yes because normally when those sort of things happen, they're way more noticeably censored, and I wasn't noticing that in this. At least to me, I wasn't noticing. Like, yes, there was some times where they have to do the creative angle or the strategically placed item for the yada yada. That's a usual trope. Okay, but you're talking about blacking out certain areas. I didn't notice because I've seen certain shows that do censor stuff. I'm thinking specifically of Another when the way they
Yes.
had to censor that show, and that was
Yeah.
wow, I can't see anything going on with all the random stuff.
I
And I
mean-
feel like that's usually how they'll do some of these things. And that's very noticeable. I didn't personally notice anything going on there, so I'm gonna say that they made it like this to make it like this. But I don't know.
I also was wondering if this was a game originally, because some of the shots, like, they feel like they're directly pulled from an H game.
I think it was just a light novel.
So this was a light novel series before it was anything else.
Can I tell you what my thoughts were on this and where they might have gone wrong?
Sure.
Outside of just conception. But, like,
right.
I think what the issue with this show was, I think at its core it was trying to be a parody of harem shows. But it itself became that same shitty harem show.
I do not think it was trying to be a parody.
I don't know. Like, some of the way they do some of the lines and the jokes that they make, it kind of feels like they were trying to make fun of themselves. Not make fun of themselves, but, like, make fun of the genre. But they just became the genre.
I think it's just a sub-genre of harem shows that's comedy. Like a comedy harem show, a little bit.
I get that, but...
I think many harem shows are just also comedies.
Like, this is kind of like, I guess, one of those harem shows that would definitely lean more in the fan service-y portion. But then there's also the fact that it's just sort of, oh gosh, what is the word? I can't think of it.
Bad is a good word for it, yeah.
Well, it reminds me of just, like, animes that have a really weird concept that are just bad. Like the one about, oh god, what was it? The one girl in the dress, and it was, he was trying not to, get a boner for how long? And this girl, and she was like really ugly. It was something similar to that. I gotta be real with you.
It feels like you just described like 15 different shows, all of which have the same plot point.
It was like a challenge, and it's an old show, but there's been clips on it that we've seen, like, in our old anime club. I don't remember what the title is, but for some reason that one just sticks out. Yeah. A little bit, yeah. But it's just like,
I feel like, and this may be weird to say, no, it's gonna be what it is. I've seen other harem shows from back in the day because, I was a teenage boy in high school, and...
Right.
Yeah, I've seen way worse fan service in a lot of other shows, if I'm going to be honest. That's going to sound bad on me, and it's going to sound bad on me. But
No. I mean, they make them.
Well, no, because I would believe that.
Yeah. Arguably, it's weird that I'm thinking, like, this is kind of actually pretty tame.
I mean, like, there's straight up, like, hentai out there. Like, of course, like, everything.
Well, I wasn't watching that on YouTube. Like, they wouldn't let that go by, but...
I'm sure there's hentai on YouTube. You don't think there is?
Oh, not anymore.
We did.
Before Apocalypse, absolutely.
It was up there.
You know the Nitro Chiral games? The only reason I knew about those is because they were on YouTube.
It's like Dramatical Murder and stuff.
Okay, but I'm talking, like, in 2012. I think Google had already bought YouTube at that point, and they were cracking down on a lot of stuff. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know.
Okay, that's fair.
I was still able to find some things.
Yeah,
not this, but
for
some
how
things.
long? You know what I mean? Like,
probably up until about 2013.
Yeah. So
I would say.
I'm just saying, to me, yeah, this felt like it might have been meant to be a parody, but then they just went the route of let's just make the thing be the thing because fan service will sell more than making fun of the fan service, maybe.
I don't think so.
That's
I think
fair.
That is
you allowed
wishful
to think that?
thinking.
I got my own thoughts, and there it is. I think, like, kind of, I guess, going off of what I think this should have been, I think that's what it should have been. Like, I think this would actually, weirdly enough, I think they need to drop the Cthulhu thing, which is kind of the weirdest part. It's just kind of window dressing. They don't really do anything with it. The one good concept out of this whole thing is a Cthulhu-themed Disneyland.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. If they had actually done anything with it, it would
I would
really
attend
fun.
that. I would go check that out. But I think I kind of would like a smartly written kind of like parody of bad harem anime. I think that could be funny.
I feel like there's probably many, many out there, but I feel like a lot of them do just end up kind of becoming harems. I don't know.
Envy, question for you, because you brought this up to me recently. There was one show about like a dude who has 100 soulmates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that a parody?
Yeah.
Or
yes, it's a parody.
Okay, probably should have watched that for this.
It's still, it still takes its. I mean, it takes itself seriously in that it actually has a plot. It's not a it's not Carnival Phantasm levels of parody, but it does take the piss out of a lot of the tropes that you see in harems.
I think instead of like a parody, I feel like I would prefer more of a satire.
Well, I guess that's another way to describe it too. It's kind of a mixture of a parody and a satire.
Honestly, if they had gone full Carnival Phantasm, I might have loved this show.
Yeah.
Honestly, if it would have just been the Cthulhu monsters, I feel like that would have been preferable.
Yeah, I think that's what I came for, and it's not what it delivered.
Nope. Loaded question. Did anyone have a favorite character?
No.
Honestly,
no.
Honestly, yeah.
Shantok.
Okay, we're good with the hippo
little
bird.
dragon.
I like the hippo
Yes!
bird, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
you mean Aerodactyl?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something.
Listen,
honestly,
he was the only adorable thing in this fucking show.
It's true.
Okay.
It's something.
In all honesty, my favorite character outside of the mascot was the MC because I just felt so bad for him. It's like he just wants to live a normal life, and he keeps getting distracted, and his life turned upside down.
Yep. It was kind of funny.
So I felt I was excited for this because you hyped it up as a monster thing, and it is not a monster thing.
Yeah.
And in fact, I feel like this is the same vibe as Dokuro-chan.
It
I
is.
was
Yeah,
gonna ask,
it
which
is.
one do you guys think was
Which-
worse?
Just a step
Dokuro-chan.
above
Dokuro-chan.
Dokuro-chan.
Dokuro-chan is worse because
Pedophile.
he does become a pedophile, canonically, in the future. And it's not as, like, grating on the ears, but we did watch the sub of this, not the dub.
Oh, it doesn't have a dub.
No.
It doesn't have...
The
Alright,
English people weren't gonna buy
what's
this.
the point for that?
You had a
it
great way
was
of
slightly
describing
better
it.
than Bludgeoning Angel. Bludgeoning Angel, I just watched the whole thing because it was another train wreck. I mean, but this one is
And all-
technically better.
In all honesty, the only reason why I think Dokuro-chan was worse is that the main girl irritated me more on that show
Yeah.
than in this show. But they were
Yeah.
both annoying.
That is a stretch because this is an annoying fucking character.
Oh, yeah.
The other one was worse.
yeah.
We have to.
Like I
I
said,
would like to
yeah.
ask why I lost my privileges.
Because
When I
you
was
were
like, you guys are going to hate this. This is not a good show.
I didn't
Meanwhile,
say you were gonna
like,
like
this
this.
show is cute and funny.
I did not say any of those words.
I
You
think
have-
you were hyping
Do you
this
have
one.
any recording of me saying that?
No, so
No,
I don't
but
recall
I do
it
have
being...
a memory of you saying that you might lose your privileges over this one.
I said that in every fucking episode leading up to this one.
Yeah.
So,
Which I agree. You have lost those privileges.
we'll take a vote at the end of the day. But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I think
will,
we know where the vote's going.
That's fine. I just want to point out one thing, like, again, sort of like the wasted good idea concepts that they kind of have. Yes, the main character's annoying. I did enjoy how every episode she had a new way of murdering people.
Oh.
So, first episode, yeah, I'm gonna punch someone. Then I'm gonna beat them with a crowbar. Then I have a grenade. Then I have a Power Ranger transformation. Then I have a chainsaw. In a better show, I'd actually like that a lot. Like, how are we gonna be weird, crazy, shonen over the top today? And I do kind of enjoy that, which again makes me feel like this leans into parody, and yet it's like, it's one of those, you know what? I don't know if we specifically talked about this on the podcast before, but you and me used to have so many conversations about All-Star Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's arguably the worst Batman story ever written.
Or the best Batman parody ever written.
Because it's like, if you read a bad Batman story, there's a lot of things like just bad writers get wrong about him as a character. But, you know, even a broken watch is right twice a day. So they'll get something right. Aspar gets nothing right. And it's like, I'm reminded of a scene from Into the Spider-Verse where he tries to fail a multiple choice test and he got a 0, but the only way he could get a 0 on a 50-50 shot is if he knew every single answer. So I'm like, yeah, is it the worst thing ever written, or is it the most smart parody of bad writing ever written?
I'm leaning towards worst thing because I can't give Frank Miller that much credit.
Yeah, Frank Miller, especially at that time where he was at with like
There's
Holy
no way.
Terror and everything else, like, yeah, no, this was probably a complete fluke, but
I think it was just bad.
I don't know. I'm reminded again because I'm like, is this true? I mean, clearly the execution's not nearly as good.
I think this was also just bad. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah. But I'm kind of like, was this trying to be something much more profound? Odds are no. But
It's funny too. I was reading the Wikipedia of this show, and
Yeah.
apparently the main character, according to Wikipedia, she's a quote unquote popular cosplay character. I don't think I've ever seen a cosplay of her at a convention that I've
Yeah.
been to.
might just be in
Yeah,
Japan.
no, even here. Apparently this shit was big when it first came out.
Oh, really?
I mean, when it first came out, I could see that. I mean, overall, the character design for her, like the little outfit and that's fine.
yeah,
I think it works.
It's cute.
it's a pretty good
Yeah.
character design.
You put a crowbar
It's
in
probably
there.
got the biggest ohage I've ever seen in an anime character.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
cute, but I would say like this probably has not aged well. Well,
Oh,
not
no.
probably. It
No,
hasn't.
You don't have to guess that. You saw it.
Yes. And I want to throw up.
Really?
Yeah,
That is a reaction.
Episode 2! I want to throw up!
Damn.
Because that episode was disgusting.
Yeah, I had like at that point already read about that, but I did not know it was going to literally be episode 2. Now I'm really glad we stopped.
Part of me is like, I want to tell you that it doesn't get worse than that, but clearly my memory's bad.
Yeah, it probably does.
So, yeah, man, I don't know what to tell you there.
I had wanted to do like a little litmus test of like while we were still trying to watch episode 1.
Uh-huh.
Cause like even just from the start, it was like given vibes, you know?
Mhm.
So I looked up the merch associated with this, and that's why I can
Mhm.
say I definitely saw a lot of cosplayers. The cosplay still sells, but all of the fucking merch is so gross.
Yeah,
What is
it
it?
would be.
No, I'm curious.
Yeah.
You know, it's just fan servicey shit.
Like figures.
Yeah,
Oh,
all the
figures,
figures of them like scantily clad or
Gotcha,
like
gotcha.
they have everything like lifted and they've gone into detail in the crotch and the boobs.
I mean, it's practically an etchy, right?
Oh,
Like,
it's
almost
100%
an
Yeah.
that,
etchy.
yeah.
So I'm not surprised.
There's one of her in a bath towel.
That feels
Not
very
a surprise.
commonplace. I mean,
Yeah,
Not
like
surprised.
it's one step away from being like just completely naked, kind of etchy.
yeah. I mean, we've all been to a convention and passed that table.
Yep.
So, not surprising.
Are they supposed to be high schoolers? It looked
they're-
very high school, but like the style.
I feel you on
giving
that.
12-year-old.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was thinking myself when I watched it this time. Clearly, I was fine with it before. But they're definitely masquerading as high schoolers. The argument could be that they are monstrous alien beings from beyond time and space and are endlessly old. I have no idea. They're also kind of saying that they're monsters or species, so they could also be the exact age that they're portraying. I have no fucking clue.
That's fair.
Yes.
I just didn't think any of the characters looked like teenagers.
Yeah, I was a little confused because I wasn't sure if like they were the actual monsters from the mythos themselves or if they were just, because it says like the creatures from the Lovecraft works on the wiki are actual races of aliens.
Yeah.
So
Like,
there might just be younger versions, but even
Yeah.
then, how old are they?
yeah.
We don't know.
Which again, as a conceptual level, I kind of like some of the stuff that it's doing with Lovecraft's work, but at the same time, why is it wrapped in this garbage?
I want to see this, but just make the girls the monsters.
Yes.
Just give me the monsters.
That's an idea.
We get it. You're a monster fucker.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's been a rise on them. I mean, you know, you might be able to get a remake at some point.
Honestly, I just want to play the sequel to Sucker for Love.
Yeah.
Well, we can get
Superior.
to it. We will get Goat Mama soon. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I will give it this as a positive. It did actually make me go look up like the Cthulhu mythos,
I
which
actually
Sucker
have.
for Love didn't make me do.
I-
And I did not realize how much of everything HP Lovecraft did was just stolen from other people.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Like
all of these they call them the Elder Ones. All of them existed before he popularized
A
them.
number of the names existed and a number of other things. It's kind of like this weird amalgamation of stuff that, yes, he was stealing stuff from other people, but then a bunch of other people, I feel like a lot more people know about the works that were subsequent to Lovecraft through other creators than his actual original works. So I don't want to call that poetic justice because it doesn't feel right, but it's also like, yeah, you're known, but like not for what you actually did. I don't know.
Yeah, when I think Lovecraft, I think about how he was horribly racist and bigoted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
he
his
was a
cat.
terrible
Yeah,
person.
no.
What about his cat?
We can't say that on here.
I
Google it.
don't like.
Just
She's laughing.
No, just Google
She's
Lovecraft
laughing.
cat.
I'm
And
just
everybody,
telling her.
everybody just shut up, Google Lovecraft cat, and just don't say it on this thing because I can't put that on YouTube. Anyone who knows.
Ah!
Okay, you just found out. You good? All right, cool. No
I
more
don't
talking
want to
about
know.
it. No more talking about
I
it.
don't
We're good.
want to know.
It's fine.
Yeah,
So,
Lovecraft's dead, so
Vo-
let's, yeah.
yeah, so let's kill some other stuff. Voting time. Loss of privileges? What are we thinking?
Yes, you don't have them anymore.
Okay, that's one
I
vote.
also
nay.
vote aye.
One vote for nay.
There's a nay.
Yeah, one for nay. Envy, where are you
no
at?
privileges for you.
I just want to. I want to hear if this is unanimous or not.
Don't be nice.
No, I'm just confused. Are we doing like the show or?
Oh no, you're voting on whether I get to recommend anything again for the foreseeable future.
I thought the whole. I mean, considering you're the one that makes the schedule and have a spreadsheet throughout the next 2 years, that's kind of
So far it's looking good that I actually made a schedule 6 months in advance, so I might be losing stuff for a while.
I mean, my whole thing
What's your
is-
vote, Envy?
my-
Say it. Hurt me, boy. Hurt me.
Very light meh to a high nay for the show. No for no for not banning. No for
Am I
not
banned or not?
recommending. No for banning.
Oh, he's
Okay,
he's
so one
keeping me on.
person isn't
All right,
banning you.
one left. It's not unanimous.
She's about to bargain.
Yeah, I'm gonna bargain. I vote you only lose them for romances. Maybe not lose them. Maybe you have to get a second.
Or I would say anything that's super old, at least at this point, you should probably have to rewatch before you recommend it.
That could be fair.
Or if you can get someone else to vouch for you. Also, I want my privileges reinstated.
I was gonna bring that up next because how long's it been? How long ago was Blood
I
Angel?
was-
Oh my God, it was like a
sometime
year
ago.
ago.
I was still living at my other place.
I didn't
was,
realize.
when they were revoked.
I didn't
So-
realize how long ago that was. Yeah,
It was
we
a
should
long time
probably
ago.
unrevoke those.
It's okay. I don't watch anime outside of this podcast anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know if I
mean-
have anything left to recommend.
but I feel like we've made enough fun of you for it that time to let that die.
Now we're
And
gonna
then
make fun of you instead.
Exactly.
so-
Good times.
I don't think you've made enough fun of them.
I feel like
I don't know
I
if
brought
you
it up
guys-
in the last. I brought it up a bunch of times just in the last 10 episodes.
Okay, but I don't know if you guys were paying attention at the birthday party we had. What Cece was trying to recommend as a fic.
Did you ever read that?
No, I didn't.
Read what?
Yeah, they sent me a fic.
You don't want to know.
I probably don't.
Yeah, that just got buried in my DMs.
Mostly just
Damn.
because I have a
Haven't
feeling
DM'd you since.
our tastes are not the same.
Oh no.
Oh no. Definitely not.
This
Okay.
one especially. This is the worst thing I've ever. We'll talk about
Oh
it
yeah,
afterwards.
no, now I remember what this conversation was. Yeah, no, definitely not.
That's fine. So, hey, let's just talk real quick. So, I'm on thin fucking ice, clearly. Arguably, Cece's been punished enough. So,
Punished again.
the ice is getting thinner.
Yes.
Yeah, but are we having people saying that I have arguably a probationary period at this point? I'll leave it up to you guys.
I would say that you
Probation,
just
that's a
need
good
to go
word.
back and re-vet stuff that you've watched too long
if you're
ago.
re-vetting it, I feel like you're also normally watching with Yin.
Mhm.
And Yin will usually catch something that's not on the up and up.
Yeah, I'll throw it out.
Yeah, but you don't. we watch it like right before we
True,
do it.
we
Right
need to
before
watch
we
it
record
like a
stuff.
week
So
in
it's like,
advance.
yeah.
I didn't
which
have
is,
time to throw it out.
Which is even more time to yada yada. I'm trying.
Maybe rewatch it before you put it on, like, the docket.
Or, you know what? Just do like a Google search of it and look at like the top images for the anime.
there you go.
I'm just gonna throw out there. We did do like a good look at a lot of the stuff coming up. I don't think we got anything coming up that's really gonna cause any problems. At least as far as my memory serves. And these are shows that I actually do remember for the most
Okay.
part.
Just established your
No.
memory.
No.
It's good.
I'm not talking about like, hey, I haven't seen this in 15 fucking years. And
So
like,
these are recent.
more recent. I think the
You're
oldest...
scaring me.
I don't want to tell everybody what their everything's going to be for the next couple months and ruin some surprises and whatnot. But I think the furthest some of these go back is like 2013. And that's one that actually everybody, I think, really enjoyed whenever we watched it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
okay.
you know, and some of the other ones that I don't know were recommendations from all of you. So I'm not on the hook for
I
those.
think we're safe.
So, yeah, we do have a number of things set up for later. I think, are we just saying unanimously this is pretty much a nay as far as should we ever watch this
Yeah,
again?
it's a nay.
Yeah, it's a nay.
Nay all the way.
Pretty easy call there. So, February's over. What are we doing for next month? I just realized that this was kind of a recommendation from Cece. I never should have done this. Yeah, like we've been talking about, I wanted to schedule themed months in advance of a bunch of things. So we've been getting a lot of shows together and doing a bunch of stuff. And I was like thinking like, well, is there anything for March holiday wise or whatever? And Cece chimed in with the Ides of March. And that made me think to myself, how many people are there named Caesar in anime? And I thought like, if I could find enough, oops, all Caesars. And then just animes that involve a character named Caesar. That is exactly what we were going to be doing. It's stupid as fuck. I don't give a shit because my privileges are revoked and I can't change anything anyway. But before we do that, more importantly, the week that we're recording this, something new has come out. In fact, I think it dropped today or yesterday. Was it today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay. The Netflix adaptation of Avatar, a show near and dear to, I'm assuming, everyone here or just most of us.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
everyone.
I don't want to watch it.
We gotta watch
Well, that's too bad because we're watching it for next week. We gotta know.
No.
Guys, we've done Bebop, we've done One Piece, we've done Death Note from Netflix,
we gotta
man.
do it.
We have to
Oh,
at
we
this
have to
point.
suffer.
We didn't do Yu Yu Hakusho.
Later. That one did not get as much fanfare when it came out, so maybe later. But for now, yeah, next week it's fresh, and we're gonna see if it actually holds up as fresh. I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm also morbidly curious what's gonna be Netflix Avatar.
Me too.
Anyway, come back next week and find out. And come back to find out. You know what? Should we just say what all the Caesar shows are?
Sure.
See if anyone wants to comment about how they're going to be horrible, horrible things we should never watch. We got Nobunaga the Fool, Fate Extra Encore, Girls und Panzer. That's one I
That
probably know
one's
the
bad.
least amount. So bad like this, or bad just this is boring.
Lolicon.
Oh
No.
dear lord. Well.
No.
That's unfortunate. But hey, we'll get a palate cleanser afterwards because it'll be Battle Tendencies with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yes.
So, you got me scared now. Well, anyway, we'll see if that schedule tends to change for next week. But in the meantime, let's watch Avatar, see if it's any good, or see if it's going to be a One Piece or a Cowboy Bebop, essentially.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, let's find out. See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon for notifications. If you enjoy this video, give us a like, and if you haven't already, check out some of our previous episodes, our daily gaming videos, or our parody series Madoka Magically Abridged. See you next time!